So it looks like you're tired of slaving away for pennies and being stuck in the same place for all of your life, and you're looking for a way out. And that's why I actually created the Ultimate Digital Nomad Guide just for you, so you can actually work and travel around the world and do as you please and just live on your own terms. So before we hop into it, I'll kind of go over the issues with the 9 to 5 that I kind of found out personally. First off, you are stuck in the same location year round, and you're stuck in the same little office, the same environment with the same people, and maybe you get 1 to 2 vacations a year if you're lucky. And it's very depressing and boring. It's just like staying in a box your entire life. You can't really ever escape, and you're always just kind of trapped mentally as well, because your whole reality is in a box, so you can't ever think outside of it. So that will just lead you to limited possibilities, because you're not able to think outside the box. You're not able to put yourself in new situations that you're not used to, and you're just kind of stuck in the same position for the rest of your life. So when you're kind of stuck in the same location, you won't be able to meet new connections and have a bigger network. Like, you're going to be stuck with the same people for the rest of your life. You won't be able to meet people who are in Hong Kong, China, Canada, anywhere like that, because you'll just be stuck in the same small town working the same lame job you've been working for years. So it'll also just kind of stunt your growth, because you won't be able to push yourself into new uncomfortable situations, which will just keep you stagnant and at the same level that you've currently been at. And the last but not least thing is you will be stuck at low pay, which would be maybe $100,000 or less if you're in America, and it's just not really worth it anymore, especially with the inflation and everything that's going on. So just a 9 to 5 is just a very big trap to actually get trapped in. And they like to say around here that a salary is slavery. So you just don't want to have that salary anymore, and you want to get out of that and just find a new way to do things. But if you like working in 9 to 5, that's okay. Just do whatever you like. But with the digital nomad style, that's currently what I'm doing now. I'll quickly go over the benefits and what I found to be the best part about it. So you can literally go wherever you want at any time. If I wanted to go to Japan, I could literally book a flight and go tomorrow. If I wanted to go to Hungary, I could go there. Iraq, and go see what's going on over there with the wars and everything, I could go over there. There's no boss hanging over your head. It's just you being responsible for yourself, which you do actually need to be, because you're your only source of money. No one's going to tell you to go work and make money. It's just going to be you. Either you're going to eat or not. There's also unlimited possibilities online for you to make money. So there's always a way for you to make money. You just have to feel yourself in the right spot to actually collect the money, because the money is already printed. The money is already on the digital screen. You just have to go get it. And with being a digital nomad, you have the chance to connect with like-minded people like yourself across the world. And that's how I have so many connections all across the world already. Just being out here for 8 to 9 months, I've already made connections with people all over the world. So whenever I travel to these different countries, I already know a few people in them and have connections to actually find out some information that might be valuable to me when I actually visit these countries. And this will just lead to your growth increasing 15x, because you're outside of that box now of the 9 to 5, and you're experiencing new things every single day. So each and every single day, you're growing at a very rapid rate, and you're just gaining experience after experience that's just increasing your value over time. And if you're stuck in the same spot for years and you're not able to experience new things, you're just going to be stuck at the same level for the entirety of your life. So being able to actually experience new things and increase your level, you'll just see that your reality will increase in the same way. So this will just lead ultimately to your income exponentially growing and leveling up over time. As the more knowledge and value that you get, you're able to share and sell that, because it's just so valuable that people don't have it and they'd be willing to pay for it. So I'll go over the basics on how to actually get started into becoming a digital nomad. Number 1 is to first save up some capital from your 9 to 5. It's okay, you've already been working, you might as well start saving up for at least a purpose now. And after you save around 5 to 10K, invest in your knowledge of a high level skill that will be able to help you make income online and anywhere in the world. So for example, some of these high level skills that you can learn are sales, day trading, crypto trading, marketing, like social media marketing, agencies for businesses, e-commerce, drop shipping, OnlyFans management, which I don't really recommend, but if you're into that, you can get into that, but if not, whatever. You can get into tech sales, coaching, like fitness coaching. There's so many different things you can coach people on: mental coaching, spiritual coaching, just whatever you can coach it. So all you really need to do is just master one of these skills and find a way to make income remotely anywhere in the world with it. Then find out who you want to bring with you and who's actually aligned with what path you're on. And you have to find out who's actually there in the country that you actually want to go to, because you don't want to go to a country and not know anyone or not have any network there, or else you're just going to be setting yourself up for failure. You also need to plan out how long you will stay in that said country and have a plan on how you will actually make it out there. So the goal is just to do all these things, all these 7 steps, and then just live freely and live on your own terms. So it's a pretty simple process. It just takes some time. So I'll just go over what you actually need to save realistically. You need to save around 5 to 10,000 minimum for investing in yourself, because you want to invest in the highest quality teachers, as well as put aside 60% of your paycheck from the 9 to 5 after living expenses are paid to actually save up for traveling and just your emergency fund. And then you need to find out which skill fits your personality best from the different skills that I was talking about. And like I said earlier, you need to learn from the best of the best to actually become the best in whatever skill you decide to kind of go into. So network is definitely the best way to find opportunities with any of these skills once you have actually mastered them. Because with network, you can actually find out people who've already been where you want to go, and then they can kind of just hold your hand and guide you through the entirety of the process until you become where they are at currently. In my opinion, sales is the easiest one to get into and to get started with if you can talk to people easily, because all you really do is hop on a call, maybe a Zoom or a phone call, and you really just talk to them, and they'll be able to kind of just give you money, and it all works out. So we of course need to find a place for you to go. You need to find a nice place to live that'll just increase your value and your kind of psyche. From what I've seen personally, Thailand, Bali, the Philippines, Miami, and Dubai are all great places to go if you want to be a digital nomad. I know Miami's already in the US, but it's a very, very great city to be in, especially when you're in your 20s or a very young entrepreneur, because Miami and Dubai both are very, very rich countries. You'll be surrounded by people making $500 to $1 million a month, and it's just a very insane place to be, surrounded by great people who are pushing you to new heights and motivating you to that next level. But the first 3 are very cheap with very nice weather, so it's kind of competitive with Miami and Dubai. With you either want to live the cheap kind of chill lifestyle in Thailand, Bali, or the Philippines, or you want to go balls to the wall and go straight to Miami and Dubai. But for me, Thailand, I knew so many people here and it looked very good, so I had to come here and try it out myself, and it worked out very well. And you need to go somewhere where you know that you will be able to grow and get into a big network. Because like I was saying earlier, if you go into a country knowing little to nobody, you are setting yourself up for failure and boredom, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. And if you're only hanging around you and maybe 2 or 3 others, and you all are at the same level, you're still going to be stuck at that same level because you have no one else to really look up to, and you'll just be kind of getting in a circle jerk. But you definitely need to weigh out the pros and cons of each country before trying them out in person, because you need to see what's there, what's good, what's bad, and actually which one's the best for you in terms of your morals, beliefs, and the pros and cons of the weather, the buildings, the prices of everything, just everything like that you need to kind of account for to see which one's best for you. So you might be wondering to yourself, how much do you actually need to start living abroad? Starting out, personally, when I first moved to Thailand, I had 1,500 USD only when I came here, and I do not recommend trying this at home. It was not the best experience, but looking back on it, it gave me the ultimate pressure and excitement. I've never felt more alive because I was living on the edge. But if you do want to play it safe and you don't want to go balls to the walls, or you don't want to just put yourself into that ultimate pressure and excitement, I recommend definitely saving at least 10 to 15,000. But if you have some balls and you're willing to put it all on the line, I recommend living on the edge every once in a while. You don't have to do it all the time. You can go on the edge and then go crazy for a little bit and go balls to the walls, but then you can just kind of chill out after you've kind of made it for a while, relax a little bit, calm down. You made it, you're alive, you have food to eat, rent is paid, everything is all good. But it all depends from person to person and where you're actually going. That'll actually depend on how much you need to save up. Say you're going to Dubai first instead of going to Thailand, Bali, the Philippines, and you're going to Dubai first, you need to save up a bit more, maybe around 20 to 25K. But for Thailand, I'd recommend 2 to 5K, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. You don't really need that much here. But you just need to make sure to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to help you grow, because that'll just help you become even more of a valuable person that everyone will kind of take more seriously. So that way, when you're becoming a digital nomad, you'll find a lot more opportunities actually come your way. Otherwise, you will just become very stagnant and comfortable, and you'll be lost in the illusion of safety, comfort, and stability. Cool. So let's go over the challenges of being a nomad. It's not all perfect. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. You will miss your family back home, but they will know you're on a mission to succeed and win in life. You will also not know what new things you will experience when you wake up. You'll wake up with a brand new day not knowing what's going to happen because it's just a mystery. And it's just a big challenge, you know. You're waking up, you don't know what's going to happen. You might end up going to the club. You might end up going to boxing. You might end up going to a cigar lounge. There's so many possibilities. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's very challenging. You also have to deal with beautiful girls all the time. And it's just such a headache that you don't really know how to deal with them anymore. You also experience great weather 24/7. It's not going to be freezing cold anymore. Your balls aren't going to be shriveled up in your stomach. You're going to be just kind of let loose, walk around with your shirt off. It's going to be a little hot. You might get a little tan. It's just kind of a costly challenge to kind of have. So it is a pretty big challenge with the weather. But one of the other big ones is that your living expenses are 1/4 of the cost of where you used to live. So back home, eating out was like a fast food, like McDonald's, was like around $14 to $18. But here, for like a 5-star meal, you can get for around the same exact price. So that's also a very big challenge because you have to budget out. When you're going out to a steakhouse with cigars and everything, you have to put aside $18 just to go out there. So it's pretty tough. And one of the biggest things I actually found personally is that you have the ability to work wherever you desire. So if I want to take some sales calls by the pool or at the beach, and I don't want to work in this office or this desk anymore, I can just kind of go there and just chill out by the beach. And it's very tough because my feet are in the sand, they're all sandy and everything. And at the beach, there could be another issue that kind of brought up there. You could be drinking a smoothie that's slightly too cold and it's just kind of hitting the roof of your mouth and you're getting a brain freeze. That's really the worst thing that can really happen to you. And last but not least, when you're out with the bros and you're smoking a nice cigar, it might burn your lip a little bit because when you're nearly finished and it's like you're smoking that last little bit, it could be burning your lips just a little bit. It's just a little bit annoying, but it is a very big challenge. So those are basically the challenges I've seen facing as a digital nomad. So just be prepared when you kind of go into this lifestyle that you'll have these challenges in mind and you'll be prepared to actually face them. So here are the actionable steps you can actually take from watching this video and incorporate in your own life. Number one, of course, is if you're at ground zero, you're broke, you don't know what to do, get a normal job and save up some money for education and traveling. And then you need to learn a high value skill online that will help you make internet Wi-Fi money. And then step 3 would just be to actually make money online before you leave your hometown, just to see it's actually possible and not a scam. And after that, with that income, join a network that actually resides in where you were going. So like when I was going to Thailand, I was seeing what networks are out there, found one that was really good and joined that, and it was well worth it because I was able to connect with a lot of like-minded people out here, and it really just kind of paid back in dividends. Then the 5th step is you just need to get your passport sorted out and book your flight. And of course, do not cancel your flight. Do not back out at the last second. Just go all the way in, goes balls deep. Don't just give up. And then step 6 is just set up your apartment, visa, and everything else that kind of comes with traveling. And 7, all you have to do is drink a pineapple smoothie and smoke a cigar on the beach for your success. And then step 8, last but not least, just enjoy the digital nomad lifestyle, and you'll be good to go to just level up your life from there. And I'll be able to help you out once you reach that step. So with that being said, the conclusion is do not be a pussy. Follow through with the steps and you'll be able to make it easy as cake. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like. Adios, amigos.